is Matt at Engadget. Today we're reviewing the Xperia Arc S, Sony Ericsson's update to the Xperia Arc we saw earlier this year. This one comes in a very nice white finish, but other than that it's pretty hard to tell the difference from the surface. Let's just remind ourselves of the hardware anyway. There's still a 4.2-inch touchscreen. It's a TFT screen, but also has Sony Ericsson's mobile Bravia engine inside, which promises blacker blacks. And yeah, it's a very nice clear display, although as a TFT screen, the viewing angles leave a little bit to be desired. At the bottom here you'll find the Android buttons, back, home and menu. You also find the menu button doubles as a shortcut, you just have to hold it down. It's brought up the keyboard here. Moving on the side here you'll find the camera button. It's a two-stage button, so if we hold it down it should launch into the camera. There we go. And yeah, you just hold it to zoom and then press again to take the picture. You can see a gallery of our pictures and a video sample in the main review post. Moving up the side, you'll find the volume rocker and the micro USB port. That doubles as the charger. And at the top there's the micro HDMI port. If you open up here, you can just check. There it is. Sadly the phone doesn't arrive with a cable in the box, so you'll have to fork out for one yourself. And then there's the power button here. Moving down the side there's the headphone port and not much else really. You'll find there's a loop for mobile keychains as well as the access to the battery cover. On the back you'll find the 8 megapixel camera. This is capable of 720p HD video recording, the flash, the secondary microphone, and this is the loudspeaker. If we take the battery cover off here. The Xperia Arc S comes with the battery, like the previous Arc again, and also there's a micro SD card that comes in the box. It's an 8GB micro SD, so it's very useful indeed. This is Sony Ericsson's first phone to arrive with Android 2.3.4. That means there's a few minor changes here and there, including some relatively major ones on the camera app. We'll start with the built-in keyboard. As you can see, this is a typical keyboard layout. Due to the size of the screen, it makes typing pretty easy. You'll also find that the predictive system is pretty spot on most of the time with major words, and you can add your own words to the predictive dictionary. There's also a new swipe style typing input. Using this, you'll put your finger on one key and then move your finger to the letters of the word. And generally it's pretty good at guessing what you need to type. There's a third option is found in the settings. If we just jump into there, if you go to the portrait keyboard option, you'll find there's a phone pad option, which is similar to older candy bar style text entry. People that are used to predictive text will find this is probably the easiest way for them. We'll find a very easy route into typing here. The app menus are similar to other Xperia phones of this year. You scroll left and right to reveal all your apps. You can also then sort them according to your own private order, alphabetical, frequency of use, or even what you've most recently installed. Moving on to the camera. When you first use the camera app, you'll find that capturing mode is set on scene recognition. This actually limits the features you can use on the phone, so we advise switching it to normal. If you swipe out from the left side here, you'll open up all the focus options, including the typical exposure, white balance and metering options. The Xperia Arc S offers two new different capturing modes though, and that's the 3D sweep panorama and the 2D sweep panorama. If we just tap on the 2D one, it's like the app seems separate to the normal camera app, and you'll find there's a few options here. You can still switch between 3D and 2D, or return to the typical camera functions. You can also choose which way you'd like to shoot, that is, in which direction the panorama will be. You can check out a sample of the panorama option in the full review. It's probably worth noting here that the 1.4 GHz processor, an upgrade from the original Arc, doesn't actually make much of a noticeable difference in the day-to-day use of the phone. We didn't find there were many major differences when booting up the phone, nor when loading more processor-intensive apps. We did find there were less hiccups when using it on more processor-intensive things and anything that uses like the graphical oomph of the phone. But aside from that, it's hard to tell the difference even when using the two phones side by side. This is just a brief overview, but you can check